Hello everybody, it's your boy Proftrof. We're back with another Brandon Herrera video. This is one of my favorite series on the internet. The worst internet gun fails part 4, the Darwin Awards. I love this video so much. YouTube, they don't love them all that much, okay? They kinda like they prepare the spanking can't, and if anything too out of line happens, they go like this. Pow, pow, pow. Okay, let's go. Let's go, that's enough.
Right in. Alright, so this first video we have on the line,
I've seen this.
Soldier
I've seen this. This is where he shoots his cap off. This was...
gets hat shot off. Let's
yeah.
give her a crack. Training for some ceremonial thing, clearly. Nice little...
It's actually a very impressive video. Look at this. Look at it, if you've never seen it. Can we just talk about the composure? Listen, if I am the balding guy, I don't know if he had hair before that shot or something, but I don't know. Listen, if that was me, I'll probably turn around and kick you in the nuts and I'm defecting to, I don't know, somewhere, okay? You almost killed me, no one gives a fuck. That ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool, bro.
What a lad, though, continuing like
he
nothing
didn't
just
get
fucking happened.
insane.
See, they got a slow-mo here.
If he was a bit longer, he would have been dead. I have a little tempo here. I see why all his
people are just fucking built
hair
different.
flew out.
People are talking about, oh my god, this guy got so lucky. Like that bullet must have just barely tipped the hat and kept going. I don't think he would have really gotten lucky, because if you look over here, there's not a lot of recoil there. I think these are just blanks, especially if you're doing ceremonial shit. You're not actually just shooting up in the air with 30 dudes in a field. Typically not a good idea. So the angles of those rifles, I'm thinking there's a pretty good chance that if there were a live round in there, he would have just painted the field with his comrade there. Jesus.
Okay, this is why I think they fucked this up. Have the midgets out front, the longer ones on the back. Okay, 200 IQ. So even if this happens, it goes over the midget's head, huh?
Thankfully, though, it did look like they were blank, so you didn't turn this military parade into a military funeral. The next couple videos I've got coming up are something you actually can learn something from.
Oh, shit.
Experienced shooters know this.
Oh, shit.
And
let's go.
You know exactly how dangerous it can be when somebody doesn't. Brass. Brass, once it's fired, it's pretty hot. Most rifles kick brass out and away from the shooter pretty decently, but handguns can be a little sporadic sometimes. It's not uncommon for, a new shooter to be shooting, or even an experienced shooter, to be shooting a gun and then have brass go down their neck. For ladies, you get the picture. It will burn the shit out of you, but it's relatively minor. However, you still have a live weapon in your hand.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'll actually give it to her. She didn't handle
wasn't
that
bad.
terribly.
She didn't shoot anybody else.
Well, I mean, it clearly hurt, but I mean, at least she kept the weapon in a safe direction.
Down.
I'll give it to her there.
That was nice.
Any RSO worth their salt that's supervising a new shooter, when he sees that happen, first thing he does is go for the fucking gun, because that's how people can get hurt really quick. And in fact, that's what happened to our next contender.
The Fox 8i team obtained this video showing an accidental shooting at a shooting range in Georgi County Wednesday evening around 6:30.
That is an instance of somebody handling it very poorly.
Again. No, what you mean? Let's see it again.
Obtained this video showing an accidental shooting at a shooting range in Georgi County Wednesday evening around 6:30.
See, I know he's caught off guard by the hot brass here, but he's making two big critical safety errors, because one, he's got his finger still on the trigger, which is how he's able to squeeze off another round, and two, he's pay attention to what you're pointing at. Never point a gun at another human being. That's basic gun safety for like a gun range.
Is he alive?
Pro tip. I read more about his injuries. I think he went through one side of his cheek and out the other side.
Oh my god, you lucky bastard.
Tyler Durden'd himself.
You lucky fuck. By the way, my plan to still go to the range is still there. I'm probably gonna go in 2 months, because that's when we plan to go, but bro, the more I watch these, the more afraid I am. I swear, when I go to the gun range, I'm gonna make a video. Y'all are gonna see this. I'm gonna be shaking like a leaf. God damn it, I'm afraid.
It sucks. It's a shitty situation. I'm glad he's okay, and I hope it's a valuable lesson. And it's a lesson for everybody. Without having to go through the same shit that he did. Up next, what you know about RPGs?
They blow shit up.
RPGs before.
Oh yeah, and the thing I didn't know at all until I watched a couple of these videos, that RPGs, when you shoot them, all the force goes out back. So if you have someone behind you, you're not gonna have someone behind you after you shoot it. Okay.
Get another one to look at. We have what appears to be a soldier or militiaman of unknown origin to me, demonstrating the safety features on a loaded RPG set.
Say.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you're not supposed to do that. I mean, clearly you can, because he's doing it.
Brother, that is the stick that goes boom boom. It goes big boom. It's not a shovel.
Man, I don't really have that much faith in Russian safety features.
I don't have that much faith in anything, bro.
There's a safety cap on top of the RPG rocket.
Safety cap, huh?
Technically live and can explode until you remove that cap from it. Luckily, nothing bad happened to this gentleman, but you know, rockets and explosives are something I just don't fuck around with.
Shit.
Yet.
Yes.
And still, you best believe if I find rockets for that thing, I'm not going to be doing this shit with it.
There is no time delay on this. It's this. Well, this one's a dummy, but real rockets. There's no time delay. If you were to take the safety cap off and go.
Next up, we got a couple of videos of some catastrophic malfunctions. We're going to go over that, but first, these videos tend to get either struck, demonetized, or both, so it's time to thank our sponsor, first of all, for making this video.
By the way, whoever sponsors one of these videos, y'all are chads.
Sponsor of this video is Jake's Mint Chew. Jake's Mint Chew is a tobacco-free dipping alternative. So if you're one of those guys who loves to dip, but you really don't like the cancer part, you might want to look into Jake's. Now, I never personally got into dipping, which means I never really quit.
Dipping?
But they've got stuff for people like me, too. Things like their CBD citrus, which basically gives people like us, gun people, all the benefits of things like CBD without all the downside of, well, being FPS Russian. If you'd like to check them out, I've got links down in the description and in the pinned comment.
What is dipping?
I've got a code for you, because I love you. Alright, so now we get down to the fun stuff. Catastrophic malfunctions. Now that I say it out loud, not really fun at all.
Yeah, don't sound too much fun, but let's go.
Catastrophic malfunction is when the gun fails, but not a normal failure, like a failure to extract.
Like a 50 cal blowing up.
It's when it fails in a way that basically blows up the gun. Now, in previous episodes of the Darwin Awards, we've covered a couple of these, like the famous tainted ammunition detonating the AK.
Yep.
Leveling out the playing field, this first video is for a full auto AR-15.
AR, okay. Oh.
Now, there's a couple ways this could have happened. Could have been the infamous 300 blackout sneaking into a 5.56 AR magazine. Could have been something completely different, but what is for sure.
Does the 300 blackout even fit in it? How much bigger is the 300 blackout?
Sure is that upper went bye-bye. This guy's extremely lucky he was firing this from the hip and not putting that up to his face, because that might have been a much worse day. As we can see from the slow-mo here.
How does it blow up?
AR upper completely just detonates, goes every which direction. Goodbye to that EO tag. Oh, there it is. This is why you don't let Canadians fire your weapons. That's a joke, Canada.
Bruh. Okay, maybe I should stop watching these before I go to the gun range. Bruh.
Love you. I don't love your gun laws or your politicians for the most part, but.
I mean, which politicians do we love?
So that was an instance of a catastrophic malfunction that did not result in the injury of the shooter. That's fantastic. This next one I'm going to show you, I know you've seen before, but we're going to come at it from a slightly different angle. This next video is probably now one of the internet's most famous catastrophic malfunctions. It's my buddy Scott with his
the 50 cal
detonating on him.
We've seen this. It doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. It was very fucking bad. Just put a thumb in it, huh?
So anybody who's seen Scott's video knows the extent of his injuries, and
Yep.
he's lucky to be alive.
Yep.
And he's thankful to be alive as well. Fractured orbital bone, pierced lung, pierced jugular. The guy, oh man, I'm just happy he's still around. But let's see what we can learn from this particular accident. The sad part is,
Nothing.
not a whole lot. You see, I can't actually point out anything that Scott did that was incorrect. He's following all the safety rules.
Alright, so from what I've been let known, the most likely reason of that happening is he was shooting some bullets. They were very hot or something. So there was a chance that it was the bullet's fault. That's what people have commented on the video that I saw. And that was the most likely culprit of the...
Shooting in a safe manner from arrest. Shooting ammunition that he's been shooting all day. So he has no reason to think that this next round is going to be any different. And yet he's still the victim of a catastrophic malfunction. What he is lucky to have had is medical training due to his law enforcement background and his father and his dad, on site. Otherwise, he may not have been with us here today. So what really is the teachable moment here? Unfortunately, this is just something that comes with bolt actions or single shots, especially in this case. If something goes terribly wrong, especially on a 50 BMG, a single shot 50 BMG, even if you've done everything right.
I was thinking of shooting at ever action. They had one over.
Law, something happens. There is nowhere for that energy to go but into the shooter. On a semi-auto, you have an entire receiver and a big-ass spring that is meant to catch the bolt carrier group. It stays in that track. You know, like the one that we saw of the catastrophic malfunction on the AR-15. The bolt carrier group was still stuck where it would have been had the upper still been there. The receiver caught the majority of the force, where there really isn't anything to catch the force here on these bolt guns. I'm not saying that single-shot weapons are necessarily bad either. I'm saying this is just something that you got to keep in mind.
If it go boom, you
Even
go...
though you can be like Scott here and do literally everything right, shit still happens. The real thing to keep in mind is just be ready for the shit, because the shit is coming. That didn't come out right. This next video actually deals with kind of the same premise.
Not wrong though, shit is always coming.
In a 50 BMG,
You don't stop coming.
A 7.62x54R Mosin Nagant.
In this video, you see him struggling with a stiff action. Then the unexpected happened.
A stiff
Check
action.
the chamber, make sure the headspace and timing was correct and nothing was messed up. Put the 6th round in, lined up my shot, pulled the trigger.
Wait, what happened?
Action exploded.
Even though we have a much smaller caliber, that still looks pretty serious. I think the backstory on this one is this guy was actually a gunsmith, which is why he had the tools to, check, headspace engages and everything like that to make sure that it wasn't actually the rifle's fault. As far as the sticky action goes, that's kind of just a lot of Mosins. Unfortunately, it does look like he caught a good bit of shrapnel there. You see, it looks like it's stock.
Is he okay? I mean, he's alive. Since he's talking about it, he's alive.
There you see a lot of shrapnel from where it went straight up.
Can I see his face? Do you still have a face?
Caught some in my face.
Most of it's there.
I love the action figure
Cheek
therapy
was swelled
t-shirt.
up pretty good. I just got up. Luckily, I was wearing my safety gear.
Another fine example of why iPro is important. Having some form of iPro is probably the reason why both this gentleman...
Should I get like a Mandalorian helmet for the fucking gun range?
That's another prime
Jesus.
example. Mosins they're not as bad because they do have, the charging handle there, and they've got a little bit more of a track to the bolt versus just a single shot like the RN50. It has a little bit more that captures the bolt if there was a catastrophic malfunction, but it's still not awesome when it happens.
No.
Now, he did also mention that he was shooting his own reloads, which definitely could have been the problem.
What does that mean?
I'm not saying definitively that it was. I have
his
no
own
idea
reloads.
this gentleman's level
His own
of
ammo?
expertise, but that's a pretty big variable. Or it could have just been another example of Murphy's Law. But at least it was 7.62x54R and not something bigger like 50 BMG, because when that happens on a bolt gun, it's, like said, never good. And the next gentleman learned that the hard way. This video I'm about to show you is actually been circulating around the internet for a couple years now, and was the go-to example for what happens when a 50 BMG
Here we go
goes
again.
sideways. Already know it's gonna be a fucking crazy
And now we have another one.
video. Live leak up there on the.
That's a big boy.
I think it's his first round out of this new gun.
A new gun. Oh, it blew out his shoulder or something? Wait, what?
I'm gonna spare you the rest of the audio. You can find this.
I am never shooting a 50 cal in my fucking life. Listen, that's never in my fucking life in my shit. I don't care who offers.
On YouTube, if
fuck
you
no.
desire. So the backstory here is this gentleman was out at the range shooting his new bolt action 50 BMG from I think Vulcan Arms.
Vulcan
Notoriously
Arms.
shit rifles.
Ah.
And this guy.
Nice ad, brother. Notoriously shit rifles.
Unfortunately, learned the hard way as to why. Thankfully, this gentleman did live, although he had to immediately be rushed to the hospital. So what apparently happened here was the bolt, after it, detonated and freed itself, free willy of the locking lugs,
Oh no.
went directly into the shooter's neck, which is a big fucking problem. Again, like said, when bolt guns and single shots fail, it's not really good, especially when you're dealing with a huge caliber like that. That's why, and something that I can attest to as far as designing the AK-50, you have to be very careful about the amount of lug contact that you have, the materials that you're using, the hardness spec, the
Gun
heat treat,
scary.
everything.
Jesus.
It all has to work together, or
Jesus.
else you are shooting a bomb. Thankfully, like I said, the AK-50 is semi-auto, so there's an entire receiver there, recoil spring and everything that is meant to slow down and catch that before it gets to where the shooter is. So the semi-autos, like I guess the up-and-coming AK-50, the Serbu BFG-50A, the Barrett M82 and M107, those are all a lot safer just by being a semi-auto, but that round still is no fucking joke. I guess summing all that up with the catastrophic malfunctions, I am not railing against bolt guns or single shot guns. I own a...
Bro, I thought this video, the last couple of ones most had like mostly comedic effect. This one was scary as hell.
What I am saying is you've got to keep this stuff in mind, which means you have to have a lot of faith in both the manufacturer of the rifle that you're shooting and the ammunition and where you got it from. Otherwise, you might end up being the accidental recipient
Of a Darwin Award.
Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was at least...
Jesus. Yeah, this video did something. It scared. I'm not touching a 50 cal. If someone is shooting a 50 cal near me, I am moving to another country, okay? Actually, too dangerous. That's what I think about 50 cals after this video. Okay. Jesus. Alright. That was the video. If you want to see more videos like this, I have a playlist up here. Check it out. Quick thank you to the YouTubers at Patreons. Go check out Brandon Herrera. Cool guy. Very cool guy. And yeah, quick thank you to the YouTube members at Patreons. Did I say that? I don't remember. Insane memory. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and most importantly, have a nice day, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.